Hello everybody, my name is Amy Alana Justice, and today in my speech I will be talking about how biracial celebrities deal with the hate they receive from the Black and the white community. Imagine growing up in a world where you feel like you just don't fit in. You're told you're too white or you're too Black, so wherever you go you're just rejected and you feel left out. As saddening as this is, this has occurred for many biracial celebrities. And even as a mixed kid myself, we have all struggled to go through this phase. With that being said, having famous biracial celebrities speak out on the struggles they endured from their races has brought enough attention to mixed teens like myself and for others to understand that you never have to change yourself in order to fit in. Whether it's with the Black or the white community, you are perfect just the way you are. Interracial celebrities such as Zendaya, Laura Harrier, Yara Shahid, Amandla Stenberg, etc. get a lot of hate for not fitting into Hollywood standards due to the color of their skin, and get hate from the Black community for not being fully Black. As a young biracial woman myself, I understand how important it is to have mixed celebrities to look up to and how I would want someone to understand the hate that I've received and to stand up and to speak about the diverse community as a whole. Zendaya talked about how she understands as a light-skinned Black woman, she does have privilege. As she played her role in Casey Undercover, she requested that she had two Black parents as she wanted to portray a Black teen. This got a lot of critics from the Black community where they stated that since she is mixed race with a white mother and a Black father, in reality, she shouldn't have asked or requested to have two fully Black parents playing her parents in her TV show. While on the other hand, Yara Shahidi, she actually played the main character in Blackish, where she had a mixed mother and a Black father. And since she has a white father and a Black mother in real life, she also got a lot of hate for starring in the TV show while not being fully Black. The Black community didn't like this, and she ended up getting a lot of hate, and she spoke out about the privilege she understands she gets from being mixed and a light-skinned woman in this world. What I think would be important to speak up about this problem is we need biracial celebrities to talk about how they understand they may have privilege, but just because they have privilege doesn't mean that they don't get hate. Biracial celebrities such as Zendaya, Laura Harrier, Yara Shahidi, etc. have proven that just because you're a Black woman doesn't mean that you won't get hate from both sides, and that's exactly what they mentioned while starring in two different shows playing fully Black women. I also think it's important for these celebrities to speak out how it's okay to question who you are, but it's also important to make sure you remain who you are. The problem won't necessarily go away, but it will definitely improve by showing how closed-minded our world is and how biracial celebrities get a lot of hate from the Black and white community. Having biracial celebrities speak out about this will help other mixed individuals such as myself and other teens understand that it's okay to be who you are, to not have to change anything, to not have to straighten your hair, to not have to fit into the Hollywood standards of whitewashing. And to go into this even more, it was shown that from BBC News in 2015 that 94% of executives were white and non-white individuals were underrepresented as filmmakers and actors. As we all know, Hollywood is a very harsh place, but to dive deeper into it, non-white roles did not get as much representation as white roles did. They were very clear on their standards, having straight hair, having fair skin, having pink lips, having tiny lips, looking a specific way in order to get a role. And if you didn't fit into that category, you were listed as not receiving that role or for having a lesser role that did not get any recognition. And this was spoken out from this news source. And even though this occurred in 2015, it's still gonna have to come a long way. Another example of this shown where being a biracial celebrity has really affected different individuals from the mixed community is where Zendaya actually got called out for wearing dreadlocks to one of the gala events. Giuliana Rancic stated that Zendaya wearing her hair in dreads looked like it smelled of weed and patchouli oil. As a Jamaican lady myself, I come from this heritage where a lot of Jamaicans do wear their hair in dreads, but making the stereotype that just because you're wearing your hair in dreads it automatically smells like weed is very offensive. Zendaya, only being 19 at the time, so the same age as myself, was wise enough to make the comment that you don't know what's going on in everyone's world, and Giuliana Rankine having the white privilege to speak out about a black lady's hair was really offensive, and her white privilege really showed. Zendaya stated that she didn't know what was going on in her life, but she wishes her the best, and that she wanted to support her African American roots because her being half German and half African really proved that, and she just wanted to be comfortable in her own skin. With Rannick's comments, she did apologize, but that really did impact her and how she viewed herself. And to continue forward, that even though nothing can truly change the way how Hollywood is, or we can really make a big impact in order to change how you grow up, because you are the way you are due to how your parents raise you and how you decide to view others. We don't see color, we don't see any of that until people bring it to our attentions. For me, for example, growing up with a black mother and a white father, I never saw color until people noticed it to me. I never saw my mom as a black woman or my dad as a white man. All I saw was my mom and my dad. I never looked to color, and kids don't look to color until people choose to point it out, and color shouldn't be something to point out. Having these biracial celebrities speak up about the importance of, yes, understanding your privilege as being a light-skinned biracial woman in this day, but also being proud to call yourself a black woman, being proud of who you are, understanding that you're not going to fit in with everybody, but you don't need to change who you are in order to fit into a specific stereotype. Whether it's with the black community, the white community, the mixed community, you are who you are. You should be proud of who you are. And Zendaya, Yara Shahidi, Amandla speaking up about this, we can even bring up the fact that Amandla turned down her role from Black Panther because they only wanted dark-skinned actors. And she did get the role as being a biracial, light-skinned woman, but she turned down the opportunity to give it to darker skinned individuals. And she did get a lot of hate from that, from the black community, saying she had no right to even audition for the role. So understanding that you need to know where you come from and you need to know your place, but to also accept the fact that biracial actresses do get hate just as much as anybody else does. Thank you.